world will always remember July the 29th, 1981. It was a day of the fairy tale royal wedding of Princess Diana and Prince Charles, the heir apparent and the first son of Queen Elizabeth, who is now King Charles. The royal wedding between Charles and Diana is a memory that was engraved in the hearts of many, as everyone was so excited about the wedding, and it was watched by 750 million people across the world. It was a lavish royal wedding, and no expenses were spared. Little did we realise the union between these two was a ticking time bomb. When Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer announced their engagement on the 24th of February 1981, they looked like two lovebirds who were so in love with one another, but not until after the interview. Red flags before the wedding. The royal pair appeared for an interview shortly after being engaged to talk about the proposal and other romantic aspects. The journalists complimented the pair during the interview, stating they appeared to be deeply in love. Diana nodded enthusiastically in response, but Prince Charles reacted with a clumsy phrase, "whatever in love means," instead. This was the very first red flag in their union. However, the world was too blind to notice this at the time, as everyone looked forward to the royal wedding. Diana jokingly laughed it off at the time by giggling, but that particular response from King Charles traumatized her. The shocking news that Diana got from Charles. On the night before their royal wedding, Diana received the shocking news from Charles that he didn't love her. Penny Thornton, an astrologer Diana consulted, revealed that Diana almost didn't want to go through with the wedding, as the news from Charles was a devastating one. On the other side, Charles wanted Diana to understand right away that his heart wasn't really with her, but rather with someone else. If you want to be part of our family, quickly subscribe to our channel so we can keep spilling the royal tea. Diana and Charles, 1981 Royal Wedding. The royal wedding of Charles and Diana took place at London St Paul's Cathedral on July the 29th, 1981. About 600,000 people flocked to the streets of London for the enormous gathering to see the royal couple. 3,500 individuals attended the wedding itself, including famous guests. The parents of Diana and Charles attended the nuptials. Diana's wedding gown was designed by couple team David and Elizabeth Emmanuel. It was a beautiful sight to behold, as it was an ivory taffeta gown adorned with 10,000 pearls and had a 25-foot train, which is regarded as the longest in the history of royal weddings. Diana looked stunning on her special day. Despite being so gorgeous, Diana slipped up on her vows. Aside from the fact that she skipped the word obey in her wedding vows, which was pretty intentional, Diana was also nervous as she missed her husband's name. Which bride wouldn't be nervous when her husband tells her the night before the wedding that he wasn't in love with her? Diana mixed up Prince Charles's name, and instead of calling him Prince Charles Philip, she referred to him as Prince Philip Charles Arthur George. Charles, on the other hand, also stumbled on his vows, saying, "Thy goods as against my worldly goods." Their wedding was a large one, which could make them nervous. However, there was more to the nervousness than meets the eye. The balcony kiss. After the exchange of vows between Charles and Diana at their wedding, Charles, whose heart was with someone else, forgot to kiss his new bride. However, they later made up for it when they kissed at the Buckingham Palace balcony, with royal fans excited and cheering them on. The balcony kiss, which was a slip-up at the time, has been replicated by royal couples, including their sons. Charles and Diana's tumultuous marriage. One wouldn't say that King Charles and Princess Diana had a beautiful time together, as Diana carried on with the wedding with doubts in her mind. Aside from Charles telling her bluntly that he didn't love her, Diana also found a personalised bracelet that her supposed husband made for Camilla. She had plans of calling off the wedding, but her sisters talked her out of the plan, saying it was too late. The Prince and Princess of Wales welcomed their first son, Prince William, in June 1982. After the birth of Prince William, Princess Diana experienced postpartum depression. She claimed in a 1995 interview with the BBC that she'd hated getting out of bed in the morning and was misunderstood by the royal family. However, the few weeks leading to the birth of their second son, Prince Harry, can be described as their most happiest and closest moments in their marriage. Immediately after Prince Harry's birth in September 1984, things took for the worse, as Charles expected a girl as they already had a son. All these were revealed in Diana's recorded tapes, which were given to Andrew Morton for Diana's biography. They both persisted in their unhappy union, with Charles picking up his affair with Camilla Parker Bowles, who was married in 1986. On the other side, it was also said that Princess Diana began dating a former British Army officer named Major James Hewitt. Their union was so bad that Charles compared it to a Greek tragedy in his writing to a friend, stating that he had never expected their union to end this way, and that incompatibility was awful and destructive for those involved. Diana and Charles's relationship continued to head for the rocks as it became more noticeable by the press and made headlines in 1987 when Princess Diana didn't join the royal family's annual summer trip to Balmoral. In 1992, the world was shocked with Andrew Morton's book titled Diana, Her True Story. Andrew revealed that the marriage between Charles and Diana was a disaster. He also talked about Diana's struggle with mental health and Charles's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. Although Andrew didn't reveal her involvement with the book at the time, it was clear that he surely had approval from Diana and got his information from her too. Diana and Charles's separation. The worst happened on the 9th of December 1992, when John Major, the British Prime Minister at the time, made the announcement prepared by Buckingham Palace that Prince Charles and Princess Diana had reached an agreement to separate without any plans for divorce, and that they would both be involved in the upbringing of their children, Prince William and Harry. Diana and Charles's interviews. Some royal fans still anticipated the comeback of the royal couple, but this didn't happen, as Charles opened up in an interview with Jonathan Dimbleby, where he admitted that he cheated on his wife, and also stated that his marriage to Princess Diana was a broken one, which cannot be mended, as they have tried. Princess Diana had an interview with Martin Bashir on Panorama, where she talked about her failed marriage to Charles, her unfaithfulness, and her eating disorder. She also stated that her marriage to Charles was a bit crowded, as there were always 3 of them as opposed to 2. I bet you already know the third person was Camilla Parker Bowles. The fairy tale wedding came to an end. Shortly after Diana's Panorama interview with Martin Bashir, Queen Elizabeth II wrote a historic letter to her daughter-in-law Diana, stating that after she had consulted with the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Prime Minister, it was better that she and Charles call their marriage off, with divorce, as it was the best course for them. The letter didn't go well with Princess Diana. To her, she was being forced to accept a divorce, something she had no plans of doing. A few days after the Queen's letter to Princess Diana, the divorce between Charles and Diana was announced by Buckingham Palace, stating that with the current situation of Diana and Charles, it was better for them to get a divorce. On August the 28th, 1996, the divorce was completed. Diana and Charles's relationship after their divorce. After their divorce in 1996, Diana and Charles agreed to share custody of their children, Prince William and Harry. Diana wasn't left cashless by the royal family. Aside from her keeping her apartment at Kensington Palace, she was giving a whopping sum of £17 million and another £350,000 yearly for the running of her private office. Princess Diana lost her HRH title with the divorce. She was no longer to be addressed as Her Royal Highness, but Diana, Princess of Wales. Both Diana and King Charles had a cordial relationship after their divorce, until Diana met her sudden end in a tragic accident on the 31st of August 1997. For Diana's funeral, King Charles wore a navy blue suit against black, which made royal fans angry. Diana always loved him in blue, and he wanted to respect her wishes even at death. Prince William and Prince Harry serve as a constant reminder of our beloved Princess Diana and her union with King Charles. The royal wedding between Charles and Diana wasn't all that bad, after all. What do you think about King Charles and Princess Diana's wedding? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. Click here to watch more videos, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.